Yeah, go ahead. You have something to say?
You don't have to say it. I can just say it's just young, dumb, just being in jail at a young age and not really knowing what. I got write-ups.
Yeah, but once you get several write-ups, the whole point of growing up is to learn from your mistakes.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you keep getting write-ups, then you can't just say I'm young and dumb. So I keep getting write-ups. I don't disagree that you're young and dumb, but this is ridiculous. I know our jail cannot wait for you to get out.
The judge wastes no time dismantling the classic young and dumb excuse. What begins as a soft attempt at justification instantly flips into a reality check. The tone is sharp, almost impatient, making it clear this isn't a learning phase anymore. It's a pattern. You can feel the shift as the judge signals this isn't going to be lenient, setting the stage for everything that follows.
Cannot wait. Mr. Coleman?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll be brief since I put I made the state's position clear in our sentencing memorandum. I'd like to briefly shift the focus from the write-ups to the underlying facts in this case.
Yeah,
which I believe are
stealing out of cop cars.
Stealing from patrol vehicles, at least 2 patrol units, Your Honor. Detective Matt Dixon is here if you want to hear more details from the detective. But, Your Honor, I think the audacity, the boldness to steal these weapons from a police car goes to show what exactly the nature of this defendant is and what we're dealing with here. And even more than that, Judge, it appears from the underlying facts that the defendant may be implicated in a series of other car burglaries. We've got a Glock switch that converted one of those weapons into a fully automatic weapon. He was conspiring with another juvenile, a 16-year-old, to steal the weapons, which a photograph is attached to my sentencing memorandum if you've seen it. This was nothing less than an arsenal that these kids amassed, Judge. I shudder to think what could have become of these weapons if they would end up in the hands of other criminals, if they could have been used against law enforcement, Your Honor.
The prosecutor steps in and completely raises the stakes, revealing a chain of actions that go far beyond simple mistakes. We're talking about breaking into police vehicles, stealing weapons, and even modifying them into something far more dangerous. The courtroom energy changes instantly. This isn't just reckless behavior. It's calculated risk with real consequences. Every detail adds weight, building a picture that's hard to ignore.
Probation period so that we can continue to monitor him and supervise him after he's released from prison. Thank you, Your Honor.
So I wanted to make sure, Mr. Coleman, I've done this type of sentencing that you're asking for on some different cases. I think the probation period, if I sentence him to probation today, I don't know that I can make that consecutive. So I think
I believe you can, Judge, and if you need to recess this proceeding, I can get you case law in pretty short order. I think you can.
Because when would it start?
It will start after he finishes his period of incarceration.
Okay. So whatever I give him, if I do at prison, and then I say it's consecutive with a probation, and does it matter if it's a straight or a... Okay.
I don't believe so either, Judge. But again, I'm happy to get you some case.
No, I appreciate the idea. Again, we've done it sometimes. What are y'all doing? What are you doing with all these?
In Texas, a judge can sack
Sir?
Not shooting people.
Not shooting people yet. What are you shooting? Why would you have these? What are you getting these to shoot at? Just to be tough and say you have guns? That's all that's happening with these guns on the street is y'all are shooting at each other, at other people, at houses, at cars, at whatever. There's no reason to have these kind of guns. These aren't hunting guns, right? You're not going to shoot a deer. Do you hunt?
I do.
Do you?
Before,
have you?
All right, guys, from 2:29 to 4:39, this is where the pressure really peaks. The judge begins questioning directly, and it's not just about facts anymore, it's about mindset. Each question cuts deeper, exposing the lack of purpose behind the actions. There's a mix of disbelief and frustration as the judge challenges the logic, almost forcing reality to sink in. This moment feels personal, intense, and uncomfortable, like the courtroom itself is demanding accountability in real time.
Here's what I'm going to do, because I agree with Mr. Coleman. I would like, at least in the indecency case, to get treatment and probation on that case so that we know you're not going to go make that type of bad decision again. But I'm not giving you probation on everything. You're going to you want to change your life and do better and not be young and dumb, you're going to have some time to figure that out. So in cause number 24, DCCR 0389, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of possession of a prohibited weapon. Mr. Coleman actually asked me to sentence you to 5 years. I don't think that's enough. I'm going to sentence you in that case to 7 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You'll receive credit on that sentence for any time you've been in custody. And part of the reason I made it lengthier is because you have been in custody so long, and a 5-year sentence really isn't going to amount to much. Cause number 24, DCCR 0390, also find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of possession of a prohibited weapon. Sentence you to a term of 7 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will also receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. In cause number 24, DCCR 0391, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, find you guilty of the state jail felony offense of theft of a firearm. Sentence you to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. Then in cause number 24, DCCR 0392, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, in that case, I'm going to defer all proceedings, place you on probation. No, that's the third. I'm going to find you guilty of that offense, sentence you to a term of 10 years in the institutional division, but I'm going to suspend that and place you on probation for 10 years.
Can I address the court on that?
Mm-hmm.
With a deferred, though, with the registration, it would, if he did comply after he got out, that he may have a chance instead of a conviction.
He's already got 3 convictions.
I
The fourth.
understand that, but it's kind of...
May I respond, Judge? That is
The sentencing phase delivers exactly what the build-up promised. Serious consequences. What's striking is how the judge goes even further than requested, making it clear this isn't just punishment, it's a statement. Multiple charges stack up, years are added, and probation conditions stretch far into the future. It's a decisive ending that leaves no ambiguity about the outcome. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.